What's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, you know, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louie Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like, we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm just standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like, this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay, well, look. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look at it. So I look at it. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year. A couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, we have to get you a cat costume. No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was like, well, tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, like, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. Like, I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, there it is. Okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. Like, when you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid, she's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are sitting around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or like when you see a parent that seems to be negligent, like you see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just like collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions and open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming, more questions. Why? Till you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it. We're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your French fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hey, I have one quick story about Rome, by the way, because this guy mentioned the Carabinieri, the state police there.
Yeah.
I was in Rome once. I went to Russia and Rome by myself.
Ooh.
Just pathetically. Spoke to no people for 2 weeks. made no connections with anybody.
But that
Just
sounds so exciting.
It was interesting. I saw some cool shit. But when
After a few days, were you going like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I'm in hotels. I could be in a hotel in fucking Newton, Massachusetts.
In Phoenix or something.
Yeah. So I'm in a car that I rented in Rome, and I'm looking at beautiful countryside. These are postcards out my window. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. And
I'm driving down a highway in near Rome through the countryside, and I'm like, I'm going crazy. I haven't talked to anybody, and there's a roadblock of Carabinieri State Police, and they look like Nazis. They have high hats and boots up to their knees, and they have arrêt or whatever stop signs. They have a roadblock. They're stopping traffic, and I just have this weird idea in my head. Nothing's happened to me, and I don't care what happens to me now. And I gunned it. And I went around them a little into opposite traffic.
What the
I
fuck
swear to
is
God, I
wrong
did this.
with you?
I floored it, went around a guy, and then I look at my rearview mirror, and they're running on, like it's the Pink Panther or something, like shaking their fists. And I'm like, fuck it, get in your cars, chase me. Put me in jail. I'd actually happily be in an Italian jail, meet some Italian people.
He's insane.
Because I hadn't had, like, the guts to say hello to anybody.
That is great.
So what happened? Nothing fucking happened. They shook their little fists. They got
like
small
doing
in my
movies.
Yeah. They got small in the mirror, and I went on, and nobody did anything.
That's fantastic. It's like a little bit of excitement. If you got caught, you'd have to interact with people.
I'd be at some sergeant's desk who'd be typing my name, and they'd call somebody at home.
Smoking cigarettes that weird European way.
Yeah.
With their thumb and forefinger.
Like when you see like O.J.
backwards.
Simpson, there was nobody even charged. He didn't even get charged for taking the police on a high-speed chase.
No.
Like there's those things. And when you watch cops, when they get a guy, well, he did a little, he got a fine for the chase. Nobody cared.
Jesus.
What would have happened? I would have spent one night in jail and paid a fine and had a really interesting experience.
Yeah, interesting jail. You don't know what Italian jails are like.
Exactly.
Big unclipped cock going into your ass.
Fucking hang me for dodging a fucking... They find out I'm not a criminal. I'm just some asshole.
American comedian dies in hail of bullets.
Because he didn't pay attention to a stop sign.
It's an artistic piece of art. Look, it's called Bag of Shit.
Now take yourself through that logically. I'm a man. I've got 2 little girls. I'm not allowed in the ladies' room. I mean, not me personally. I didn't get banned. I can't go in the ladies' room because I got a big old penis. So I just can't go in. I'm not bragging that it's not big like porny, thrusty penis. It's just big like an old man's nose. Just kind of like, just...
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press the thing because it says press? You would not have survived the camps.
What? What?
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say press?
Press the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
Whoa.
I love my kids, but I want them to stop at bedtime. So I just want them to go to sleep so I can eat all the ice cream in a house that would break their hearts if they knew how much ice cream. There's so much ice cream in the house, and I never give it to them. It's mine. I wait till they're sleeping, and I eat it in their room in the dark over their beds.
People dressed up more when I was a kid. Like, if you went on an airplane, people dressed up. You didn't have to, but people wore suits.
That's right.
On airplanes, because you're going to fly and smoke in a baby's face. So you want to...
Also, I'm not allowed in the ladies' room because I love looking at people's vaginas anytime that I have that opportunity. You know, it's amazing that we still need separate rooms to pee in. As human beings, men are so disgusting that we can't be trusted to pee in the same room. So I have to take my girls to the men's room, which is awesome. Look, girls, 9 penises.
I'll take an 11:30 p.m. nap and go to bed at midnight.
Oh, come on.
Yes, because I don't take a nap because I need one. I just love it's my favorite thing.
You like it better than sleep? Sleep is like the ultimate nap.
That was stupid you just said that. That was a dumb thing to say.
What are you talking
That
about?
was such a dumb thing to say.
But I love my girls. I'm trying to stay in shape. No, I'm not. I have a doctor who told me that I eat too fast. He said you should eat slowly. Because what happens is when you eat, there's a signal that goes from your stomach to your brain that says you're full. But it takes that signal 20 minutes to travel from your stomach. First of all, what a douchebag my body is.
I like them better than sex, even. I like naps better than sex. I do. Oh, now you're not so excited before you applaud. Oh, nap. Oh. Not better than sex? That's very controversial.
Controversy there.
Yes. It is better than sex because, first of all, an app is always 100% successful. There's never... But no, the reason people honk is to critique that has already happened.
What do you mean? Like what? Like what?
Well, like it's not to avert, it's just to go beep, hey. Like, why do you get to sound a trumpet because you're unhappy? Why does everybody beep? You shouldn't. It's no different than being in a store and someone gets in front of you and you just go, ugh. I was born in 1967, and so I grew up in the 70s. So I'm not racist. However, the way I used to get excited about sex when I was like 20, when you know you're going to have sex, there's no more excitement. It's better than sex itself, is knowing it's going to happen. When you're young, because when you're 20, you don't believe in anything. You just have, every time a young man has sex, like the second it's over, he's like, oh, it's probably the last time. Like it gets sad right away.
You're the only person we could find who would come here to defend masturbation.
Well, I like it. It's easy and it's fun and nobody gets hurt.
It is because my kids are like Israel and Palestine. And I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deals. She's like, she threw a rock at my face. I'm like, you're fine. Look, you have a great life. You get to take a rock to the face once in a while. You're fine.
Well, it's the way that we can find someone and marry them and enjoy each other under his loving gaze.
When you mean that God watches married people have sex?
Well, God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
We had a town child molester. His name was Jean Baptiste. It's a true story. And he liked teenage boys. That's when you would find out, because I was a teenage boy. He didn't like me. I felt a little bad. You're on a date, and it's going well, and then, like, when she reaches for your belt, like, when she makes that move, and you're like, this is sex! Like, this is going to happen! I'm going to have sex now! And she's like, what? Sorry, I should have said it out loud. But,
Have you ever tried?
Tried not to masturbate?
Yes.
Well, sometimes I won't do it for like a week, but that's just so that when I do it again, it'll be way better.
But what if you really stopped? What if you saved that urge inside of you and thought of it as something sacred? Until you meet the right person and you love them and then you get married to them and then you can give that to them as a gift.
Have you ever been married?
No.
I was married for 9 years, and believe me, God was not smiling.
you know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, you're fat. And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that. Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write you're fat, then they just go, that was fun. I like that. Because I hate when I see billboards. They tell me everything before I see a show. You see a preview for a movie, you're like, I just saw the movie. Why did you tell me everything? Excuse me.
We have meetings. It's like a town hall. We bring people together and inspire them to walk a path of purity. You're welcome to come. I'd be happy if you did.
Sounds like a lot of bullshit.
It's the best I could do coming out of the 70s, because that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time, and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, like, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you... If Neil Diamond saying it or something like that, I don't know, you're doing impressions.
Neil Diamond?
I don't remember any impressions. And then you would turn around and you'd kind of wiggle your ass a little bit, because you had, you were young and you had a tight little ass, so you wiggle your ass.
What are you talking about?
I'm just making observations. I didn't have any feelings about it. I'm just saying what I saw. Here's a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking behind him. And he was nervous. He was new to the city, this chicken. And he was like, I feel like he's following me, but I'm not sure.
Masturbating's really important to you.
Yeah, it is. It keeps me sane. I'm a good citizen, I'm a good father, I recycle, and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Like any other, even a musician, even being a musician, and on there, what are you doing? Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these, you've got these guys here. These guys, okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm
thinking of buying a goat. Because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. So that's why I'm going to buy a goat. So I can have sex with a trash can. I can do that with a trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better. I don't care that you're upset. I got to get the phone and write hi to like 50 people. And then, somebody cool writes back, and then somebody not as cool writes after, and I'm like, oh, you, I'm not going to... I got somebody better. Flowery hello before you get to talk about food. This is how to answer the phone at room service at a fancy hotel, like, hello, I hate it. I never let them. I call down, they're like, hello, stop. Bacon, eggs, and coffee, don't read it back. That's it. I'm mean.
Dancing is a terrible career choice. You like watching it, but you think it's a terrible career choice.
The worst available career choice.
What are you talking about?
A massive amount of dedication followed by giving up. That's what they all have to do. I had laundry. I was waiting for it, so I called housekeeping. Now, they don't answer the phone all fancy at housekeeping. This is how she answered the phone. She goes, hello? And I actually said this to her. I said, do you want to try that again? Yes, I'm letting you know about me. That's what I said. I guess I just like the hit from going, oh!
Yeah.
Like I'll go on my computer and I'll like Google an image that I don't want to see. So then I see a whole wall of it.
Yeah.
Like big dicks with nails in them. Here's another example of mild racism. If I say I'm in a hospital and the doctor comes in to treat me and the doctor's from China or India, I'll think, well, good. More of that. Why not?
Yeah, the first episode was $5.
Yeah.
And then the second episode was $2.
$2, yeah.
And then the third episode went up to $3.
Yeah. It's because it's just me going like... And I saw a Korean Jesus. They had a Korean Jesus with the... Don't get mad. How else would I know? Let's just see what Korean Jesus... Ooh, whatever.
I remember I was in a taxi, I think in New York, and the driver was Muslim, and there was a woman crossing in front of us, and he honked at her because she went after the light had turned, and she gave him the finger. And he said to me, do you know in my country, if a woman show you this finger, I could get out, beat her to death, and if I drive by here a week later, she'd still just be laying there. Like nobody would even clean it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The truth is Jesus was black, but you don't see that often. Black Jesus.
Hey, man, get me the fuck down from here.
Whatever, all right. Airplane one time, and a married couple came on, and they had been sat separately. There was some mistake. The woman, she's supposed to sit here, she comes up to me and she says, would you mind moving so I can sit with my husband? And he's behind her, he's like... And I wanted to help him. But what am I going to say to his wife? Just, no, I won't move. So I just got off the plane. I didn't go on the trip. And it took off and it hit the World Trade Center. So that was...
You ever feel like you're going to fart and then instead you shit on your father's face? And everybody on the bus is like, hey, that's not appropriate. And you're like, I thought it was going to be a fart. And they go, oh, all right then.
Because, look, my mom just died. She just died. That's how it works. By the way, for you young people, here's how life goes. One of your parents is going to die. And the other one is just never going to fucking die. And guess what? It's not the one you wanted. Nope.
People hate child molesters so much. They hate them worse than murderers or anybody else.
Right.
So getting caught child molesting that's the end.
That's the worst.
It's really the end of your life in every way. Your friends are gone. Whatever you had is gone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why a lot of kids that get molested get killed. Because it's like once you whatever got you to the moment where you molested a kid.
Right.
Once you hit that moment, you're like, I can't let this kid go now because I'm fucked if this kid goes home and tells anybody. So you kill the kid.
Right.
So the bit was that if we could hate child molesting a little less, we might get some kids back.
Wow, that is a brilliant thought.
If somebody could go say to themselves, all right, I molest, somebody could call you and go, hey, I molested your kid. You want him back after soccer? Do you want me to drop him off at this game? Doesn't he have any allergies I should know about? What I just said is true.
Right.
That if we hated child molesters less children would die.
Right.
I don't know what to do with that information.
You don't know where to go.
I don't know what to do with it. I can't make any
recommendations. You came to the right place today.
Yeah.
This is the place to air those kinds of thoughts.
Like when you were in school, did you ever have when you were in school when you were a kid, like fantasies about your parents dying so that you'd be really special in school? Like if your parents got killed, you'd go to school and they'd make an announcement, Joey's parents died today, so everybody, and all the cute girls would come up and go, are you okay? And stuff like that, which would never happen. They just walk up to you and go, I'm still not gonna fuck you, you faggot. That's what would have happened. And that would have I would have jerked off to that and had a better time than if I fucked them. Seriously, to me.
Some Catholics believe that contraception is murder. They think if you wear a condom, if you stop a sperm from getting to an egg, you killed a possible baby. By that logic, I could say that any woman that won't fuck me is a murderer. Let me tell you, there's a bunch of murdering bitches out there.
Well, FX took my series off. I don't know why.
What the fuck?
It's so weird. It was really successful.
Yeah.
And then they just made an arbitrary decision.
That's weird.
To just... I mean, I was baffled. I was like, guys, why? We're like, it's just the feeling we have. I was like, that's weird, guys.
Probably
like
a new CEO. They always do shit like that.
That's the thing. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
There wasn't one, but maybe it's something like that.
Like 9/11, you had to, in the sorrow and the anger and the rage and the sadness, you had to go, dude, fucking bullseye. Bullseye. One of my favorite stories about it was there was a documentary about it on PBS after, and they talked, they tried once before with the truck bomb. So they interviewed a federal marshal, who escorted one of the perpetrators of that first bombing to his trial in Manhattan. And they had him in a helicopter, and they're flying to the courthouse. So he's next to the prisoner. And they're flying right next to the World Trade Center.
My God, this guy.
And the federal guy, the Fed marshal, is just a cop. He says, I pointed at the buildings and I said, you didn't get him, did you? And the guy just coldly said, we'll get him.
Wow.
They did. Those buildings are no longer there. Yes. They're no longer there.
People talk about, like, don't eat dolphins when they're in the tuna. Pick out the dolphins, right? You gotta pick it out, like raisins. But and like you ever go to shop for tuna and like it says dolphin safe and you kind of go like, yeah, but like somehow you think it's not going to be as good. Like I want to do the right thing, but it's probably kind of bland without the dolphin. But here's the thing, like why not kill and eat a dolphin? Why not? Oh, because well, no, I don't fucking get it. If you're a tuna, fuck you, we're eating you. So I don't really see the difference. And I think it's wrong to eat tuna and dolphin and cows and everything. But I eat them. I eat them all. Because I don't care that it's wrong. I totally think it's terrible, but that's not important to me, that it's terrible. So what if it's wrong? It tastes good. And I like the way it feels when I eat it, so fuck it. But I'm not going to pretend I'm doing something that's okay just because it doesn't think or something. So when I think about that, I think, yeah, so people die. What's the big deal? They're dead, and some of them might have been assholes. You don't know. I just want to say I'm not trying to say that if you're white, you can't complain.
Right.
I'm just saying that if you're black, you get to complain more.
Right.
Because you can't. There you go.
Don't tell the band that.
Yeah. Because you can't, that's right. You can't take people's, like, historical context away from them. And
Right.
everybody wants this to. Like, white people are always like, come on, it wasn't us. Like, they want black people to forget everything. Like, every year, white people add 100 years to how long ago slavery was. I've heard educated white people say slavery was 400 years ago. No, it very wasn't. It was 140 years ago. That's two 70-year-old ladies living and dying back to back. That's how recently you could buy a guy.
That's right.
And it's not like slavery ended and then everything has been amazing. Like it just...
Oh, glad that's over.
Oh yeah, it just ended like a clean where you don't have to wipe. Just boom. And then it's just been parades and presents ever since. You gotta remember that if you meet a black person, they have gray hair, they remember a time they weren't allowed to use a certain toilet. So give them a little, time to be cranky. And by the way, white people have our own thing that stuff that we went through that hurt us that we have to cope with. Like when they took our slaves away, that was really hard for us, and we're still, so it's pretty even.
From Rookie Blue, Missy Peregrine is with us. She's from Canada. She promised to bring me some cheap blood pressure medication, so we'll enjoy that together. And then with music from their self-titled debut album, Steel Magnolia from the Bud Light stage. Tomorrow night we'll be joined by Jason Bateman from the Cincinnati Bengals, Dahani Jones, and comedian Hannibal Buress. And later this week, Shia LaBeouf. Kevin Nealon will be here, Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Dave Salmoni and his Terrifying Animals, and we'll have music from Parachute and 311. So join us for our first guest tonight is one of the funniest men around with an exceptionally funny show. The show is called Louie. You can watch it Thursdays at 10:30 on FX. Please say hello to Louis C.K. Very good to see you.
Hi, nice
How's
to
everything?
see you. Really good.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a
It
long
has
time.
been a long time. You're a much thinner fellow than you were before.
Don't get used to it.
No?
Now you live in New York.
Yes.
You've got two little girls.
Yeah, 2 kids.
Do they come on trips with you when you do this sort of thing?
I would not do that to them. No, they're at home with their mom, sleeping right now.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know where your kids are now. Didn't used to know where your kids. You know what I mean? Like when we were kids, did your parents know where you were?
Never.
No. No idea.
Even that thing on the news that said, it's 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are?
Nope.
The answer was no.
No idea. Now there's a kind of a custody, chain of custody that's never broken, you just can account for every second of your kids' lives.
Yeah.
You go on play dates and it's an arranged thing. And they go, you drop them off, and you wait. You go. You take them to soccer games. And it's empowering, yay! And then you take them home. It's all very arranged.
You're right. It is more. I wonder why that is.
Well, the people that like to have throw kids in the garbage and stuff like that. Hit them and break their bones. But anyway, that's not important right now. But
because when we were
kids,
it wasn't like that.
Oh no, those people were around. They weren't on stage. There was no Nancy Grace. So now there's somebody there to remind you of it a lot. So folks watch their kids more. I mean, it's not a new thing.
When you were a kid, you'd just be running. You'd run around the neighborhood, right?
Well, I have my kids go on play dates, and I know I have a relationship with the parents. I know who the kids are. They've been to my house. I've been to their house. I was just a kid walking around town. I was like 8 years old, younger than my daughter, and I was just this kid, just walking around. I was just a dude in town. And I would go to Greg's house, my friend Greg, and my mother never met Greg. No idea who he is. Certainly never met his dad or whoever the dude was. I don't know who it was. When I went to Greg's house, I'd knock on the door, and this guy would come, and he always wearing, like, I don't know, some kind of weird top that looked a little womany. And Hanes, he always had a Snoopy glass with gin in it. And just Hanes briefs that were fighting with, and then there was always a little brown spot on the front. Yes. So I was 7 years old contemplating, does this guy poop out of his penis? Like what? Those are the kind of things that I had to think about.
That's Greg's dad for you.
Yes.
You didn't have, were you a bad kid?
I wasn't a bad kid, but I got in trouble because I just was alone, and I just, I got into stealing tampons at one point.
For profit?
No, I didn't make a dime. I didn't make a dime.
Well, how would this work? I hesitate to ask, but how would this work?
No, I was 8 years old, and I just went into a CVS one day because I just roamed store aisles, and I was looking at the tampons, and I was sort of staring at them with this. I knew there was something dirty about them. I didn't know what they were. Staring, and I picked one up. I got the gall to pick one up, and I'm looking at this box of tampons, and someone came around the corner, so I put it in my jacket, and now I have stolen them.
Yeah.
Because if I take them out, that's someone saw that I had them in my jacket. In my head, I'm like, that's it. They're in there. I can't. So I left, and I had sweat on my face. And I just went home, and I threw them under my bed, and I'm eating dinner. Like, everybody knows I have tampons under my bed. And so it was a terrible, stressful experience, which I then repeated every day. For like 2 months, I'd go back and I'd just do the whole cycle. I just kept doing it. And no, I never got caught. I mean, they probably saw me, but the guy's like, I'm not confronting the kid who takes the tampons. I'll pay for them out of my check before I live that moment. I'm not asking that little pervert what he's doing with those.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that boy.
Something's really wrong with him.
And how did it end?
Well, they kept going under my bed, and I just tried not to think about him. And then one day I looked, and they were just gone. They just were gone, and my mom never said anything. She must have been cleaning up, and she was like, what is this? It's crazy.
Wow, that's...
I don't know, maybe she used them for like 10 years. I don't know. I mean, would she throw them away?
You might as well. In those days, you don't waste.
Maybe I contributed to the family a little bit, you know? Maybe I kept my mom in cheap tampons for a few years. I don't know.
Are your kids unusual like that? Or,
no.
Are you, as the weird father, are you a weird father to them?
No,
or?
I mean, I've tried to make up for it. But it's a little too late. Like, I think I had kids a little too late and a little too fat in life, you know? You gotta,
what do you mean by that?
Well, you should be a young, healthy dad. You should be a 26-year-old father in a tight T-shirt going, whoa, I'm going to get you, you know, one of those guys. That's what kids have coming. And I'm not that.
Don't do that.
No, I take them to the park and I just run them like dogs. You got 20 minutes. I just watch them run. I stand there breathing like Tony Soprano and watching them run. And Daddy, chase us. If someone grabs you, maybe I'll chase them. But otherwise, grow up sad. And there's just, I have a lot of physical limitations that keep me from being a good dad. Like, I'm always in a 48-hour window of diarrhea. That either I'll be having or have had diarrhea within 48 hours. Somewhere I'm on the timeline of my life, and the diarrhea. And depending on where I am in that window dictates how far from my house I'm willing to venture.
I see.
How far a radius.
Yeah, right. You're
otherwise,
tethered,
yes. It's like having an ankle bracelet in a different kind of way. Because otherwise, I'm having diarrhea in a public restroom with my kids standing there watching me because they're little. I can't leave them out by themselves. So they're standing there. Daddy, I don't want you. Sorry, honey, you want to go to the aquarium, this is what happens. I said, let's go to get the newspaper and come home, but you wanted to get fancy, so you get to watch me pee out of my ass for 2 hours.
Well, it's fun with the kids. The memories
about it, yeah.
Now, do they know? Do they understand like that you're a comedian? Do they know this? Is this a concept that they're familiar with?
They know that Daddy tells jokes, and they don't get the business though. You know, like they don't get show business.
Really?
No,
who
does? But like I had a weird conversation with my 9-year-old. We were driving on the highway. The 6-year-old was there too, but she was just, you know, sapping resources. She wasn't really contributing to the conversation. We passed by a cruise ship, and I said, hey, girls, the cool thing about having kids is that you get to tell them what everything is. You get to be the person that reports the whole planet to them.
You're
for the
their
first
tour
time.
guide for their life.
For life,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a cruise ship. It's a massive boat. There's swimming pools and discos or whatever they have, you know. So they got excited by the idea of a cruise ship, and I said, some comedians do shows on cruise ships. And they said, do you do that? And I was like, no. Here's the thing. Comedians have a mean hatred of cruise ship comics.
Yeah.
It's just a mean prejudice. We call them Bodaks. It's just me. It's Bodak. Because they pander, we just think they're crap, and it's just something you just feel. It's like being born racist. You just believe it. You don't question it. It's just a thing in you.
You might not even know, but
yeah. So my daughter's like, "Have you ever worked on a cruise ship?" I'm like, "No." And she says, "Why not? Why wouldn't you want to be on a boat?" And I'm like, "Well, that's a different kind of comic." She says, "Well, what's the different about him?" "Well, a cruise ship comic just tries to please everybody." And she's like, "Why wouldn't you want to do that? Of course, isn't that what you want to do?" "Yes, but I see some things I say on stage might upset some people." "Why would you upset people? That's a terrible thing to do." So,
you know what? There might be some clarity there. I don't know.
It is.
You might want to rethink this.
I might try the
thing.
cruise ships. Yeah.
Well, by the way, first of all, I want to say the show is terrific. It's very funny, and I know. We're going to take a quick break here. Okay. We'll come back and talk about Louis. Louis airs Thursday nights, 10:30 on FX.
Can I help you? Yeah, I need condoms, sexual lubricant, Vagittine, and blueberries. Lubricant out 7, Vagittine out 3, next to the tampons, condoms behind the counter. We ain't got no blueberries. Thank you.
That's Louis C.K.'s show, Louis. It's on FX every Thursday night. By the way, the show is, not only is it very funny, but the directing is great. I know you direct the show, too.
I do, yes.
It looks great. It looks like a movie out of the 70s.
Thank you. That's
You must
perfect.
be very pleased with the whole thing.
I am. I love it. The movie out of the 70s is perfect. That's what I grew up loving and watching.
How is the how is the second season different from the first season? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, when I get bored of something, I just stop doing it, So I didn't keep a lot of the same stuff. Like, we moved to a new apartment. It's a whole other, but there's no scene where it happened. I just stopped being in that one and started another one. Last year, I had one very constant character. It was my brother, played by Bobby Kelly. He was a really funny guy, and he did such a good job. And this year, I just didn't feel like it, so he's gone. He's just gone. He's gone. I didn't kill him in an episode. It's like he never existed.
But the great thing for him is in a way like Lost, where he could possibly come back.
Yeah,
right?
he might, I guess. I'd have to have a good idea. I didn't have any ideas for him, so I just stopped this. He's not in the reality of the show anymore like he never was. So now I have 2 sisters.
Right.
And one of them, and none of this reflects my life. The show's all fiction, but the first episode this season introduces my sister as this character. And it's a big introduction. And it's the last thing we shot, because I came up with it like right before we wrapped. So she's just gone. She just doesn't come. There's a whole thing where she comes and I love her. Gone. Never see her again.
Really?
Yes, and my neighbor comes and helps me, and he's a really nice guy, and the last thing he says is, "Remember who your neighbors are." And I go, "Yes, I would." And he's gone too. He's gone.
It seemed like you were going to then have a neighborly, friendly relationship.
You'll never see him again. No, and last year I had this woman play my mother, and she was this crazy, horrible woman. My mother's a really nice person. So I just made up this terrible mother character played by this Mary Louise Wilson, really funny actor. And so we did the episode. And then later in the season, I wanted to do a flashback to my real mother, who was really nice. So I did that too. And so everybody was very confused. These characters are so insanely different. And the woman who played my mother as a young woman is a woman I date in another episode. It's just a whole other person. Because she was good at both parts. So I just don't care.
It's an ensemble cast.
Well, every episode just has its own goal. And if it messes up the goal of another episode, I don't give a shit. I just don't care.
I like that. You're very fickle, and the hell with it.
That's right.
You know what? If any of
you
these
don't like it, fire me.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a very Darwinist system television.
No one should get too comfortable with anything.
No, man.
Not
if it
the actors
stinks,
on
I'm
set,
gone.
and not the viewers at home.
That's right.
Louis C.K., everybody.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, I think abortion is, here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is. It's like not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit. Or it isn't. It isn't. It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah. We kill babies! Let's do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded. I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering baby. So I don't know what to tell my kids. My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog. Because we rescued a dog. We got we adopt. Yes, you must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get a puppy from those horrible people who professionally raise dogs carefully. No. You need to just get a mystery dog that's been beaten and abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now. They never know. Do you know anything about the dog? She's afraid of pennies. So we think maybe somebody's been throwing handfuls of pennies at her face. But otherwise, no. So you take this random dog and just put it in your house with your family and watch their personality unfold. This dog is insane. I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Like, you all right? Are you all right? My kids are terrified of the dog. My daughter goes to pet the dog goes like this. She's like, should I pet her? I don't think you should ever pet our dog, honey. So I took her to the vet. I took the dog to the vet to ask her what to do, and the vet said, listen, I think there's something you should seriously consider. I was like, please be saying to kill this dog. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. But she didn't. She said, I think you should consider Prozac for the dog. I was like, really? She said, yeah, it works. Calms the dog right down. But it's a big decision, and you should think about it. I said, put 4 in her asshole right now. What do I have to think about? I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it! Give her heroin. Shoot her up. Come on, puppy. Wow, your dog is really chill. Yeah. It only costs $400 a day to keep her like that. I didn't always feel this way. I used to love animals. I used to worry about animals. Just animals. When I was like 20, are all the doggies okay everywhere? I certainly hope so. But I'm 49 and I got 2 kids now. You know what happens? Your circle of concern tightens. I have 4 nephews. I don't love any of them. Fuck a dog. You know those ads, like the PSA on television about abused animals? They show you a dog with like an empty socket, and he's like, ooh. They're always wet. I feel like they hose them down before they film them. Ooh, and the voice comes on, look at these dogs. Please send us money so that this can stop. Are you beating up the dogs? How's my money fixing that? You ever seen that PSA where they show you a really sad man? He's very upset, very sad man. He's holding a little sign, and it says, yeah, sure. And he says, this is the text that killed my daughter. Because somebody texted, yeah, sure, and ran over his kid, which is awful. Although maybe they were responding to a text that said, can you please kill that kid? And so they just wrote back and did it.
Are we ready for the Val Kilmer song?
I love more Val Kilmer.
Another
This
one,
guy
right?
is terrific.
New one. Today's song is called Hold On to Daddy.
Oh, him with Daddy.
I like that. I think that's nice. He's got to
Shut
say
up with your daddy.
Yeah.
When I'm gone, I say hold on to daddy.
Where did he sing this?
I know.
Larry Craig sitting there tapping his foot next to him in the shower.
Wow. Got a studio on the back of a flatbed. Fucking asshole.
Jesus Christ.
He's horrid.
He's just not there, is he?
Hey, the recording studio's not good. Where would you like to work? Do you have a room with aluminum and tin all over the walls? That would be perfect.
Cause you gonna cry.
He's kidding.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
When I'm gone. Okay, another song down.
Yeah, just keep cranking them out there, you fuck. Fucking asshole.
What happened to the Iceman?
I used to like him, and now fucking hope his kids get a blood disease. They need a transfusion, and it gives them AIDS on top. Fucking asshole.
You do not like him at all.
Yeah.
Bad music. Nothing more insulting than bad music. Nothing makes you mad.
The kid's got sickle cell.
It really does make you angry.
Yeah, it does.
I think he's
Music's
kidding.
done
Especially
badly.
a famous guy going,
He's
oh,
not-
this is good. I'm putting this out there.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
Is he really serious, dude?
He was
He's
really
crazy.
into being
I've
Jim
seen him on-
Morrison back in the day.
I've seen him on interviews and stuff on late night talk shows and stuff, and he's like crazy.
Yeah.
He's a hard interview. Like the people.
The thing that people don't get is that actors are jocks. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They play interesting people, and you attribute that interestingness to them.
Yeah,
they're
but
not. They're
it's
jocks.
not
They're people
writer.
that have this weird rubber ability with their face and their voice, and they're not. They're just sieves, and you can get them to do shit, but then you listen to them talk. This guy's a fucking idiot.
And there's nothing there.
Yeah, they're just dippy, stupid, flaky assholes.
But they can act like real
Just-
cool
yeah,
people.
they can act
There's
like
nothing
real
in
How is
substance
that?
to prevent
Yeah.
them from being someone else.
That's
Can't they? But can't you just act like that all the time? Just
Yeah,
act.
you think, well, because they actually, well, like watch Actors Studio when they're
Yeah.
talking, like they let their hair down amongst
Yeah, yeah.
each other, and you just want to drop a bomb on the entire building, and nothing bad would come of it. Shitheads.
I feel bad for his wife having to lie to him every day.
It's great,
It's
honey.
great.
Well, she probably thinks it is great. If he's that much of an asshole that he's saying that, his wife's a stupid cunt. Just by deduction, I can just tell you by the transitive law that his wife is a retarded cunt with shit ears. Fucking married that faggot, you stupid cunt. Bad music. That makes you madder.
It does make you mad.
I had a gym membership downtown at a place called the Printing House Gym, and it was fun.
How'd that work out for you?
It's a nice, quiet gym, like nobody ever went there.
Should go to David Barton's.
So one day they said it's going to be equinox, that we're turning into an equinox in 2 months. And I said, what do I have to do if I don't, because I was moving. I said, do I have to do anything because I don't want to be an equinox? And they said, no, just don't sign up. You have to sign up. It's double the fees, all this stuff, but you have to sign up if you want to keep coming. You have to rejoin. So I said, fuck it. And I left. And then a year later, I look at my credit card statement for the first time in a year, and I've been paying Equinox, who I never signed anything. I've never been a member of Equinox. I've been paying Equinox a membership fee that was double my fucking other gym fee for a year. And I talked to my accountant. He goes, they do this all the time, and it'll cost, it's $1,000. The $1,200 they owed me. But go try to get it; it'll cost you more, and they know that, right?
Yes.
So then there's an Equinox near my new apartment. So I thought, you know what? I call Equinox and I go, listen, you stole your rate person. I'll fucking sue you, or give me a year free at Equinox gyms, and then I'll keep going after that. And then you have me as a customer. You earned your $1,200. Otherwise, I'm going to take it out of your ass at my own cost. So they say, we'll give you 2 months free. I'm like, that's what you get to sign up for a fucking gym anyway. So I fought them, and finally I said, I relented. They said 3 months free, and I said, okay, I'll do it. So I sign up, and then I go to the gym that's near me, and they go, well, you can't go to this one. You can only go to the one downtown. What? So then I remember saying to some young woman at the gym, I said, you need to know that I'm really controlling myself, but I want to be screaming right now. So go get me somebody that I can get mad at. I was saying to her, I'm like, do you hear my voice shaking right now? I've been so fucked with, and I'm so mad.
That seems like a psychopath, by the way. Yeah.
So
That's
she's
worse
like,
than the yelling
okay,
guy.
son, I will go get the manager. So the manager comes, and he goes, no, you can't go to any other Equinoxes. So I finally, somehow I get to a CEO of the company after like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I get a call from a woman saying, I'm customer relations. I get this message. You're going to be very happy with what I'm going to tell you. So I call her up, and she says, we'll give you 6 months free. And I said, I'm not doing it. And she says, well, then I'm authorized to give you back your $1,200. And I said, wait a minute. Here's your choices. Keep the $1,200. Let me go free for a year, and then I'll be a customer for like maybe 10 years. Or you're just going to give me back the $1,200? Like, do you see how you're losing? Does that make any sense to you? She goes, that's all I'm willing to do. You stupid.
Wow. What fucking
gave me back the money.
cocksuckers.
Just dumb.
That is dumb.
Dumb.
How do you not attack them on Twitter? I mean, that's over.
That's what I was threatening to, but I don't.
I love
don't,
doing that.
I feel as weird. That's scary to me.
But you know what? You're voicing what a lot of people can't voice. That because everyone, if they're fucking with a guy on your level, this shit company doing this, they fuck with everybody, and they're used to no consequences. They're used to nobody being able to talk to 2 million people and go, these people suck. But man, when their phones start ringing, then they go, oh, there's a consequence for shitting on people individually. It's a really
that's why I get angry. Like, I could fix my XM Sirius problem by talking to somebody here. They gave me one of these things today. I'm not not even gonna fucking use it. I got nothing to do with it. It's a year free subscription I just ripped into pieces.
Because it's in an envelope, and you still have to do something.
I shouldn't have
this
that,
number,
but I shouldn't need that in order to get good service.
They should just say,
as a human being in America, I should have better service than that.
They should have just said, what's your ID number, and we'll take care of everything. Not give you an envelope with more instructions.
No.
Why can't you go to different Equinoxes? That's going to annoy me all day.
No, I will have nothing to do with them anymore.
That's fucking enraging. What a dumb company.
Because they probably
Really
have
stupid.
something where you pay $20 extra a month, then you could go to more.
But I had already been fucking stolen from, which they acknowledged because they gave the money back.
Right.
Which means they acknowledged that was ill-gotten goods.
What fucking pricks?
But this is how.
And I was offering them a solution that, like, go ahead and you stole the money, but
Why
not?
But that to me is a better way than I would ever handle it. Like just to actually, just to have the wherewithal to go, you know what, fuck it. I will take 3 months. Let me just work out. Like that's the most reasonable thing I can think of. You just wanted to go to different gyms, and these cocks, they won't bend. They won't bend.
Yeah.
Fuck
well, you
Equinox.
learn
I
that
didn't like
you learn
the
that
gym
kind of
anyway.
shit from directing and stuff because you have problems you have to resolve. And sometimes people fuck you, and you have one choice. You could get all your anger out and be stuck with the problem.
Yeah.
Or you calmly say to somebody, this is totally counter to what I'm renovating this house, and this guy did something completely wrong. So I tell him none of this is what I wanted. And I hear him get confrontational. It's what you asked for.
Hey.
I'm certain that's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. Well, I'm not, I don't do that. And I said, let's just tell me how it gets fixed. Forget who pays for it. Just tell me what you would do now as a solution to fix it. Well, I'd have to change this and that and this and that. Okay, what else? And then he tells me the whole thing, and I go, that sounds good. Let's talk later about who's going to pay for it. We don't have to talk about that now. Let's make that happen. You and me will have a talk about what should happen. And then he got off the phone. And he had a couple of days, and he called me and said, I'll share the cost of the replacement. You know what I mean?
Wow, look at
when
you.
you're in a confrontation with somebody, you tell them your side of it, and then don't try to fix it right then. You just say, let's go off, you and me. And
Where
think
were
about it.
you when I was destroying every relationship I've ever been in? That's fucking amazing. But that's fucking why you get things done. It's a fucking great way of just handling a problem and not
So
getting
hard
even
to do.